think society holds to some value that has little to no effect on society. So we have baubles, we have a lot of things that...
Those new sneakers.
Sneakers.
You want to pay $200 for some Jordans?
Absolutely. That would be arguably a need, because again, society has proven if it's selling out, that's not just a mere want. Society is telling you what they need versus what they want. Things that become part of our culture are things that we absolutely, they're the first things that are on our mind. They're things that are part of our identity. If I dress up in Nike, I am somebody that this is part of my culture. I'm part of what this company represents. I'm willing to spend money for their name. That's not just a mere want. It's just not.
Touche. I take that.
So, being that, I'm just looking at things logically. We can argue on whether or not through whatever these things are needs or wants or whatever. But if we're going to look through them through the only, as a business only, through value, do these three principles not make sense? Would you not? Would the other?
Sure, I support that.
Okay. So I just want people to understand there's a way.
One why, man.
There is a way to, I think there's a proper way of measurement of finding out whether your idea stacks up and how it stacks up. By using these three principles, you can find out whether your idea is something that is viewed as a necessity, that is genuinely viewed as a need, because again, we as society have given it the value, such high value, to call it anything else is delusional.
Well, that goes with know your audience, right?
Yes,
and if you know your audience, then you know which category it falls into.
Imitation is a gift. It's really genuinely a gift.
Yes. Well, think about it too. A lot of people, I think, brush over it, but to get to a lot of the ideas that we have in place in our society, it took hundreds of years.
A lot of mistakes.
A lot of death, a lot of life, a lot of new generations bringing in their particular point of views and perspectives and their own experiences flowing in and what should be different. And we have thus come to where we are now.
Yes.
So I don't think we should ever throw that away.
Okay. So, again, I don't know, we're moving too fast, too slow, so I hope this is helpful. So, we're almost done. Okay, this is the hardest part when it comes to this process period. I find it to be the thing that just takes the floor from under you, that it's really, really hard. And that is taking your idea, the one that you believed in, the one that you did the work into, the one that you have taken all of these wonderful concepts and made to this physical thing, and you brought this vision and brought it out into a way that you can communicate to others. This is what it is. This is how it functions. This is how it can be valuable to the world. It's pretty much its purpose. The part that comes next, and the engineer next to me is going to laugh his dick off, is you got to beat the shit out of it. You got to field test it. You got to hit it from every angle.
Why do you have to lead me in like that?
Because you have all. First of all, I have given you ideas that you have stopped a mud hole in. But the thing is that I'm
things that were just concepts.
I'm a human being. I want shit to work. The last thing you want to do is think that you're pitching something bad.
Well, you become emotionally invested too.
Exactly.
And that's why it's good to have
and you
other
really
people.
want it to work. Because again, this would be something that could change your livelihood and your world if it does. But the thing that could ruin
your baby.
The thing that could it's not. A baby's a baby. The thing that can ruin your whole entire future is dealing with something that doesn't work, and you trying to make it work. Relationships, everything has crumbled into thinking that you have walked into something that was sound, that made sense, that looked on the up and up, but you were either too close, too emotionally attached to it, or you just wanted it to work so badly that you were just ignoring obvious
telltale signs of
that
that's no good.
That is no good. That you skip over the field testing, the
Stress test.
the stress testing of sending your idea through the ringer to see whether or not it's something that can be that can be, and you try to make it work anyway, and it doesn't, and that sucks. So the thing that also sucks is seeing this thing. No, this is equivalent of essentially scratching your lottery, trying to just scratch a lottery ticket. You have a suspicion that it could win, yet for some reason everybody is trying to just blow that lottery ticket, splash water on it. They're trying to destroy your chance. You have to let them. If that lottery ticket is meant to be a winner, it will. Have you seen a fucking lottery ticket? I have wet it. It's hard to tear those. They're not. They are built to fucking.
They're made to endure.
They are made to. You are going to get your money. That's how they are. Ideas are like that. They can hold up. If you have genuinely come up with something that is something that you can believe in, that is something that you know can exist as a physical thing that can either be done or made, stand behind it. Don't be afraid to throw everything at it. Show it to people. Let them shit on it. Be able to answer questions. Don't take it personally. You want them to make it better. That's the only thing they can do.
You mature your idea, you mature your product.
And you mature yourself too, because you become, your brain has to be able to adapt and reforge your idea. It may not be ready, but if they're showing you the problems, shape it.
Make it better.
It's malleable. Reshape it. Change it. Find out why it doesn't work. If it doesn't work for this one purpose, fix the one purpose and the fucking idea works. That's all it is. But you will never find issues in any of the things that you're dealing with unless you have the bravery to shine a flashlight on its flaws.
Ooh.
You have to. You have to. Once you are able to see the flaws, you can fix them. You love this thing enough that you are able to build it. You are able to pull it from your mind to make it a physical thing. You will be able to fix it if there is any minor problems. But
or know that you need to start from square one.
If there's a critical issue, then you have to re-examine your idea. It's not a bad thing. Again, this is why when it's dealing with the things that you love, you're willing to explore it further. It's not a thing. It's like, okay, I just get to do a little bit more research into this thing that I like anyway, and your answer will come.
And the real thing too is you're paying dividends into your future.
Yes.
Because if you stress test it now, when you do get to the point where you have a business, where you have something that you're working towards and you're trying to get your thing out there, you already know the systemic issues that exist, and hopefully you fix them, so that when you are out there and you're out there financially and you're out there publicly and your image is out there and all these other things, they don't become issues for you because you worked it out before you took it out to the floor.
Okay. Very well put. Thank you. So, we're going to end this because we can only do this at an hour at a time. This will be like a 4-parter. Thank you, YouTube.
1, 2, 3.
So, I wanted to come out, and now that we explained the idea on a business end, we're going to talk about it just briefly on a creative end, because this is going to lead to our next thing of development, which we'll be discussing next week. So, you have your idea. You want to now be able to familiarize yourself with this concept, with this thing, with this product, well enough to communicate it to either your partner. Somebody has to be involved. You have to find somebody that you can trust
to bounce it off.
Of, because again, you're emotionally attached to whatever it is that you're doing, and
you need someone to be objective.
Correct. And there should be no fear in it, because you know this thing well enough that, again, do not take this thing personally. The reason why it's not your baby is because, let's say that you are flying in space and you have a space shuttle and you build this space shuttle, and then you go to somebody like, I don't think this hole is going to hold. You're like, no, it's not, it's my baby. No, that thing will fucking save your fucking life. You need somebody to fucking find out that the structural integrity will fucking hold you well enough to break gravity and be able to be in weightless fucking space.
And FYI, if it's going into space, there should have been a litany of things that were done in advance. Before anything ever goes into space from a design standpoint, you're looking at 10 years worth of work on just design to make sure it's right. And scrutinizing and testing.
Yes. That's why you can't take shit personally. That's why it can't be your baby. Your baby can't do shit for you. You have to do shit for this because this will destroy you if you get this shit wrong. You will look back 5 years ago and be like, holy shit, that wasn't a baby. I should have fucking listened about my structural integrity. Oh, I wish I had options.
True. You can't change your baby. Your baby is what it is.
You can do it. You can do whatever you want to.
It's malleable, like you said.
This is your suit of armor. This is your sword. This is not a child. These are your tools. These are tools to move forward to build your business. Your idea is the greatest tool you have. So you better make sure it's a strong one and can handle all of the beating. You're going to be doing a lot of work with these tools. So
definitely.
So
creativity.
Now, how does this translate to on the creative end? How does one have a creative ideas? Can't that come from the ether? I wouldn't be able to understand all these out-of-world concepts, so where do those ideas come from?
So, it comes from two places.
Sure.
There are practical things. So that's like what we talked about earlier, like experiencing life. Like ambulances and fire trucks.
Again, we're poor. We're not shooting this in the office building. We're literally in the bedroom. I had to have the window open. I'm in East LA. It's hot as shit. It's hot as shit.
But I know it's like 50 degrees outside.
I'm fucking wiping my face every 5 seconds because we are just sweating our asses off.
You have practical experience.
Yeah.
I can say as a person who makes lots of tools and fixtures and things to help people do their jobs, so practically I know what they need even if they don't know what they need.
Okay.
So I know I can identify a need, I can see when someone's doing something because I can look at it. So from a creative standpoint, I know that practically this is how you tell a story. This is how things look. These are how things look that I like. So you can emulate those things and that can spawn your initial creativity. Then on the other side, it comes from your subconscious. It's how you process the things that you have experienced. So when you have personal aspirations and your ability to accept the world as is without any type of preconceived notions, then you're able to let yourself drift into directions that are just open to you.
I shockingly agree with you.
Why would it be shocking?
Because how I see it is that it's a form of personality when it comes to creativity.
Okay.
So if I'm going to if I'm coming up with a concept or something that is genre based, it's going to be taken from life experience. It's always from what you know. But it's utilized. It's going to be formed in your bias, in your personality, no matter what. This is going to be a version. Every character that you create, every scenario that you create, is a version of you in your perspective. It is not somebody else's. You may get ideas of how to reshape these characters into a form of something that seems new, but they're all you. They're versions of you. They're variations that you are not
playing the part of whatever is happening.
Absolutely. So you can make it as strange as you want if you're more fantastical and your mind wanders off to the colorful or the strange or the fragmented
universe.
Or the fun universe, but that's still part of your
pony
universe. I'm sorry. But in my opinion...
That's punny.
Oh, I hate that so much. It's all in the form of your personality and how you intend to communicate to anybody else. It's coming from experiences that are exaggerated. It's coming from memories that are exaggerated. It's coming from everything, and like your personality, they can just be formed. YouTubers are not 100% themselves, they're on. So are your storylines, so are the things that you're developing. You're taking things that you are familiar with and just coming on. And next week, we're going to talk about how to turn those ideas and turn them on, as it were, and also when it comes to your business and things like that, how to set up proper milestones and objectives, which we are going to describe something that our friend Ricky came up with, which is the ABC method, and how to move your business along utilizing these methods, and how to move your creative endeavors and development along as well, utilizing these milestones and things to show your momentum.
All right.
So with that said, it's been about an hour.